Hi, welcome to Take 5, where we daily consider devotional thoughts from Oswald Chambers' book, My Utmost for His Highest. Today is June 21st, and the title of today's devotional is The Ministry of the Inner Life. In 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9, our focus verse, the Apostle Peter informs his readers that in Christ we are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Chambers asks, by what right have we become a royal priesthood? It is by the right of the atonement by the cross of Christ that this has been accomplished. That verse is an awesome description of the child of God. Using several phrases, Chambers focuses on one, our being a royal priesthood. How is this? To understand, you must know what was the role of the priest beginning with the days of Moses. They were the intercessors for the nation of Israel, Leviticus chapter 4. That was their life's role, to put others ahead of themselves and take the people before the throne of God. Chambers asks, are we prepared to purposely disregard ourselves and to launch out into the priestly work of prayer? Based on the truth of the letter of Peter and Chambers' statement, does this give you greater awareness of your responsibilities before God to intercede for those around you? Chambers says the continual inner searching we do in an effort to see if we are what we ought to be generates a self-centered, sickly type of Christianity. This is some of Chambers' wording that takes a moment to dissect. He's stating that all the self-examining we do to see if we are what we ought to be is a self-centered, sickly type Christianity that focuses on your own significance before God. Your biggest concern is yourself, and Chambers throws this attitude out in front of a bus. He reveals that a self-centered attitude is not the vigorous and simple life of a child of God. Continually, O.C. speaks of the simplicity that is to be evidenced in the life of the child of God. And until we get into this proper relationship with God, it is simply a case of our hanging on by the skin of our teeth. O.C. truthfully informs us that the redemption is complete. This is lost on many, that you are as saved as you're going to be. Salvation has been made whole and complete in Christ. Chambers encourages us that we don't worry anymore about yourself, but begin to do as Christ has said. In essence, pray for the friend who comes to you at midnight. Pray for the saints of God, and pray for all men. Pray with the realization that you are perfect only in Christ Jesus, not on the basis of you're doing the best you can. Chambers asks, how long is it going to take God to free us from the unhealthy habit of thinking only about ourselves? We must get to the point of being sick to death of ourselves until there is no longer any surprise at anything God might tell us about ourselves. Dr. C finishes with, there's only one place where we are right with God, and that is in Christ Jesus. Once we are there, we have to pour out our lives for all we are worth in the ministry of the inner life. This ministry of the inner life refers to our being intercessory prayer warriors. Pray ye for one another, James says. This is the true priesthood of the believer in Christ, the intercession for others. If you haven't yet read today's devotional from Dr. Chambers' book, I encourage you to do so, for it will enhance the time that we spend together. It's available free online. Please share any prayer requests or comments or questions you may have. And now may God's grace and peace be ours as we seek to live our utmost for His highest. Thanks for being here today. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye now.